Welcome, everybody. Good morning. It is the world's famous, I said it in my Mr. Magic's voice. It's world famous swag in the morning. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. And right now, this evening, I want to sit down for a couple of minutes with you to let you know how excited I am. Listen, before I get into what I want to talk about real briefly this evening, let me tell you what swag means. Swag stands for Saved with Amazing Grace. And morning don't mean daytime. It means new hope, new beginning, freedom from being in the darkness. And right now, in this hour, during these minutes, and these tick-tock seconds, my mission is to bring you into the light. So move on in. Come on in. This weekend, I hung out down in Atlanta at the Black Effect podcast fest. It was amazing, man. And one of my takeaways, or a few takeaways, but just to see the networking amongst the regular guys, you know what I mean? And Cam Newton was there, Sarah Jakes Roberts was there. Everybody was there, you know what I mean? They had the Naked podcast. They had all that good stuff, all the good stuff, the R&B money with Tank and my man. It was amazing, man. Listen, it was amazing. But let me just say this. It was all about me speaking to the regular people. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to the regular folks. I don't know what that was. I'm just trying. I'm working this new camera. I don't know if it's telling me if I could do the hand motions and all of that stuff. But anyway, just meeting a lot of people there. So I want to talk to you this evening about the power of podcasting, the power of a podcast. And then all the great networking we did. iHeart, they had sponsored by Nissan. It was a pitch your podcast. And unfortunately, my wife, Lady D, she wasn't with me. I brought my little brother, Jay Spellbound. He was rolling with me. He lived down there. He met me down there. We just went in there. We was just networking. One of the things I have to say, man, I'm gonna be straight with you. I wasn't really pitching my podcast so that Charlemagne and that company can pick me up. I pitched the podcast so that I can have a platform to market. And if he does, that's fine. If they pick me, that's fine. I'm grateful for whatever. But when I created the Swag Media Network, it is to host and be the hub for podcasts like Dynamic Perspective, hosted by Diva Danielle. It is meant to have podcasts like Talking Sports and Entertainment with Al Ice Cole, former IBF Cruiserweight champion, where we interviewed Roy Jones, Holyfield, just to name a few boxers there. It is meant for me to be the hub for the Chronicles, hosted by Jay Spellbound. It is meant for me to be creative and bring a lot of my ideas and my wife's ideas to the table. So the Swag Media Network, without the money and the iHeart backing and the sponsorship, we act like Black Effect. And so I come with that concept of being the super Walmart of podcasts. Before Killer Cam and Cameron and Mace had their sports joint, I had Talking Sports and Entertainment with Al Ice Cole. Way before there was sports and entertainment, we was mashing the two together. And what am I saying? We cannot sit on your hands, folks. If you have an idea about podcasting, push it to the max. There's power in podcasting. There's power in it. The reason why I created the podcast, because I originally started out with the Wadag Swag, and the Wadag Swag was an online radio show that was hosted on Gyroscope media on internet radio. And it went very well. It was designed for my young folks. It was designed for our daughters and our nieces and nephews, godchildren, and all of that. So That's what that was about. And so we never meant to get into podcasting until my man Jay Spell said, yo, Cree, you should do podcasts. So I branched off and did the Swag in the Morning podcast. And we have a segment called The Stage Is Yours, where my wife and I, we give the Grammys, the Oscars, the NAACP awards, the country music awards. We give everything, meaning that we give you the stage. Instead of your flowers, we are giving you the trophy. And by letting you speak to our audience, speak to our viewers. Now, when I did the podcast, I never thought about it being for money. I kid you not, I didn't even monetize. Now, keep in mind, on my Talking Sports and Entertainment segment, we interviewed Roy Jones and Holyfield. On the Stage Is Yours segment, we interviewed Karen Parson, the original Cousin Hillary. Big Les, Brenda Gilbert is the producer of the movie Respect, House of Gucci, Israel Esquire, just to name a few movies she produced. We interviewed folks like Maya Shaka, the first African-American woman NFL referee. We interviewed Clay Aikens, gosh, from American Idol. We interviewed Do It All, the Lords of the Underground, from Newark, the first hip-hop politician, period. Councilman in the West Ward in Newark, New Jersey. We interviewed the Force MDs, Tony Terry. Did I say Aisha Hall? Jackie Clark, Chisholm. Lisa. Michael Nolan, the producer. Lynn Gibson. I could keep going on and on. Dwayne Curry, the gay gangster, before his BET special came out. We interviewed a host of authors. Thrill the Player from the 69 Boys. Keela Richardson, Alexis Spike. Oh man. We interviewed a lot of people, man. And we were grateful, without money, without monetizing. So I say this to say there's power in podcasting. I did it so that I can promote what I was doing at the time, which I'm still doing, which is the musical with the purpose, My Life Matters, about mental health and mental wellness and suicide prevention. I did the podcast so that we can launch our books. My wife got 2 books and 1 on the way. I have 2 books and 1 on the way as well. So we did this to be the hub of the vehicle to transport our other businesses to different levels and to help other people do the same. We interviewed a lot of people, and again, and it was all about relationship. It was all about great favors and favor that God had on us. Because I kid you not, we didn't write a check, we didn't send any fees. I've interviewed bruh man from Martin, from the 5th floor, yeah. So if you go on our YouTube channel right now, follow us, subscribe at the Swag Media Network, Swag Media Network. And follow us and like us, because what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to transform this whole setup. Now I'm up here now just doing a sort of a test, just to see how effective the camera is and if there's gonna be any glitching, and I'm pre-recording so I can come back and edit. Still using StreamYard, as you can see the logo up there, but I'm getting ready to switch. So I didn't renew my subscription with them because I'm looking for other platforms to try. We've been using StreamYard. By the way, we launched the podcast in 2018, just before the pandemic. And again, the power in podcasting is to be the voice of the community, to network what you're doing, unlimited access to people. It's a powerful thing. When I went to the BE, or let's say Black Effect Podcast Fest, that's what we were talking about. Charlamagne and them was up there talking about the power of a podcast and the benefits of it. And I have to agree. Now again, while they were on stage, I was talking to the everyday person like myself in podcasting, because we are in the community doing it. We're the voice. If you're out there doing it for money, you're in the wrong reason. So they can appreciate me. I didn't do this for money. I do this because I love sharing stuff with people that can benefit, that can help them. We have a podcast. My wife is producing the ladies podcast where it got dynamic perspective with Diva Danielle, and she gets to the community. She's in the grind with interviews. It's amazing, like, you know what I mean? And so Deborah has that. She's doing the wealth and legacy thing. She'll be coming up with her individual podcast. We got our niece that's considering doing a podcast that will be somehow under our umbrella. And listen, I'm gonna put it out there now in advance because I just trademarked everything. And let me just give you a sneak peek verbally of what this is gonna be. I'm gonna introduce, coming soon, the new podcast. It's called Bros from a Different Planet podcast. Bros from a Different Planet podcast. I just trademarked the name. 2 days ago, it's called the Bros from a Different Planet podcast. And so our subtitle is that I love my brother to life, but I don't always agree with him. So it's gonna have a collective of brothers. I'm gonna have, we have this pact thing that when we don't call each other friends, we are brothers. And so on each topic, I'm gonna invite one of my bros to come in with me and deal with the topic. And it's gonna be a great debate that we still can go to Thanksgiving dinner after the debate. Bros from a Different Planet podcast, for short, the BDP podcast. The BDP podcast. Shout out to Karis One. I know you BD is not Boogie Down Production. Brothers B from a Different D Planet P podcast. So that's coming soon, family. I'm working out the logistics there. See, I operate just like The Effect, you know. But if they can be my parent company, I don't mind that, Charlemagne. I don't mind. So I'm thinking the camera's working because you see what it just did? It just zoomed me. Yeah. Zoom me. Zoom. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. Testing the bot. I think that's what it is. New camera does motion things. If I go over here, it should come over there and all that stuff. And if I come over here, it should go over there. And if I move over here, it'll move over there. You know, but I got it on straight, normal zoom in, zoom out thing. But I'm excited about what God is gonna do for me. And again, that new podcast is coming. And we're gonna just continue to swag as well, my wife and I. So I'm just gonna keep it going. 7 days a week. So I just gotta figure out which day we're gonna record each podcast. So I'm gonna be pre-recorded like this one right here. And then we'll just send it live, do an event on Facebook, a live stream of the podcast there and here on YouTube as well. All right. I love you to life, family members. It is nothing you can do about it but love me back. And in the process of loving me back, take a selfie and say to yourself, swag in the morning. No, I'm kidding. God bless.